A battle of the heavyweights. Handmade in the USA, handmade in Australia. Let's take a look at these two backpacks and compare them. How you going? Welcome back to Bootlosophy, and if we haven't met before, my name is Tech. I'm filming here on Wajak country in Perth in Western Australia. Now, I'm usually a boot review channel, but I have reviewed bags in my time, particularly leather bags and canvas bags, heritagey type of gear that I like to wear along with my boots. I recently reviewed the Wootten, the backpack from Wootten in Ballarat in Victoria. And I have, I think it was a couple of years ago now, I reviewed Dale's Scout backpack from Dale's Leatherworks. And I thought it might be a good idea to sort of pitch two handmade backpacks to see how they match. This one is handmade by Dale of Dale's Leatherworks in the USA. And this is handmade by Jess Wootten of Wootten's Cordwainers here in Australia. And I'll take you through them and then compare the two and see what the characteristics of both are like. I realized when I was setting up this shot after the introduction that the puffer jacket I was wearing was rustling a lot. So I've taken the microphone and put it straight onto the shirt. And while it's freezing, it is cold, I'll do this without the rustling noise, and I hope that didn't disturb you. So here are the two backpacks that I'm looking at. This one is the Wootten backpack, and it's called the backpack, clear enough. All leather construction, two types of veg tan leather. This one that's sort of distressed to look distressed, and along with the thicker veg tan, heavier veg tan that forms the body of the bag. I'll take you through this in a minute. And this next one is made in the USA. Does it stand? This one is made in the USA by Dale Basista, my friend, from Dale's Leatherworks. This is his Scout backpack made in Seidel double shot leather, and I think this is a burgundy double shot. It's a lovely leather, and you can see I've used it quite a bit, and it's distressed, and the edges are starting to fray, just like any proper backpack should. And I'll take you through this one next. So in terms of the Wootten, the backpack, it's an extremely sturdily made backpack. It comes with these two straps that you can also undo. I won't do this because it takes a while to do it. You can unfasten the buckles and buckle them to each other to make them a satchel bag. It's a backpack, satchel bag, and briefcase. Two types of leather used, this distressed veg tan and this thicker veg tan to give it structure. It's beautifully constructed, really fine stitching, very precise, very clean stitching, and very heavy, shiny brass hardware. The hooks on the hardware are incredibly heavy. You can hear that. And the way Jess has designed it is that you can clip it on to there if you have wide shoulders on both sides. Or you can clip it on to there so that they form more of a pivot when you've got them on your shoulders. The straps are thick, hard, firm leather so that they don't cut into your shoulders. And overall, it's a more satchel shape. It's wider than it is tall. It comes with a zip on the outside. It's only a short zip which you can put maybe a passport or travel documents or your phone and so on, easy reach. It has this little pocket here, combined with this adjustable strap to give it more breadth. You can stick an umbrella through there, into there. One on the other side as well for your second umbrella. Inside the bag, again, these heavy brass clips. Inside the bag, you have a gusseted and open zip pocket. It's not stitched on so that you can actually open it up and put big things in it, because if it was stitched on, it would have to be skinny things. Inside the bag is this second thicker veg tan leather, and the back of it forms the back of that zip pocket that I showed you earlier. Quite roomy, certainly roomy enough for laptops, iPads, books, journals, and sturdy enough to carry these things everywhere. The attachments are to close the flap down here. You can always leave the flap open, I guess, but you can clip them on here, or if you really stuffed it full of stuff, you can clip it onto this extension piece here. So very functional, well thought through. Top materials. Construction-wise, really fine stitching, very clean, very concise stitching everywhere on a stitcher machine done by Jess himself, because I think he's the only person at the moment who can actually use that stitcher machine. So extremely well made. Let's take a look at Dale's backpack. So this is from Dale's Leatherworks. It's called the Scout, and if you look at it from the outside, it has this flap which covers the whole top of the backpack. In front, you have this pouch, which also has a solid brass buckle there, and the pouch is basically a mini version of the backpack itself, sewn on to the front of the backpack. On the back, you have this carry handle that also doubles as a slip-through for when you're carrying it in your wheeled luggage. And then Dale has these incredible riveted fittings going through a reinforced patch there. And they're put close together so that they form a pivot when you've got them on your shoulder, and they don't, slip off. Very similar to sort of this fitting here. Again, Dale's straps are wide. They're thick, they're double thickness sidle double shot, and so they're really comfortable on the shoulder. They're adjustable. You can unbuckle them and change the length of the buckle. And then on the inside, it's unlined. It's got rough out leather all over the place. Oh, this smells beautiful. This is actually incredible smelling. And everything is riveted with solid brass rivets. And all the hardware is solid, shiny brass, very heavy gauge brass. So how do they compare? I think if you looked at Dale's stitching, he does this by hand. He does a saddle stitch, literally putting needles through and then stretching them. And I think the way he constructs it, he told me, was he kind of stitches the bag inside out, and then he opens it out to the right way around and then finishes it off. It's a pretty clever design. This whole front is one piece of leather, and it sort of folds back on itself and then comes up the back, and then the flap is stitched on. So in fact, the entire body of the bag is one piece of leather that's cut a bit like a T and then folded on itself. Very clever, clearly getting rid of a lot of potential failure points because it's one piece of leather. And the flap itself is gargantuan. It sort of covers everything. When it rains, no problem. If you looked at the finish, and as I said, Dale hand stitches everything, you can see the size of the stitches as compared to these. Machine stitched, guided by hand, but machine stitched. And so this is, in many respects, a rugged backpack. And I think the combination, or the comparison of the two, is a fine, well-finished leather good versus a super tough, rugged PNW style leather bag. I think if I had to put a comparison on it, I would say this is an American PNW style boot. It's put together, it's tough, it's rugged, there's lots of leather, there's a lot of hand stitching, versus a Viberg boot, which is really finely, precisely stitched, nicely cut, properly clicked, leather chosen carefully, etc., etc. So that's the two different styles. In terms of ruggedness, that's a very heavy bag, so that's rugged enough. This is extremely ruggedly made. I've taken to some wild places, as has Dale on his bag, by the way. I don't think I could choose between the two, other than to say that I would take this for traveling on business. I would take this to my office. I have taken this to my office, but I would prefer to take it on a casual business trip, a holiday. And I have taken it hiking as well. It's not hugely heavy because the gauge of the leather is not that it's super hard veg tan as this is. So I think those are the two different uses. I would use this for very outdoorsy, rugged type work, not fearing it will fail. I will use this for heavy traveling, but business traveling, where I want to look good when I arrive. No fear of it failing either. So those are the two bags. So there's your two bags. Dale's Leatherworks Scout, Wootten Cordwainer, the backpack. I love both of them, I really do, and I do use both of them a lot. This is much newer, as you can see really. The leather hasn't softened yet and hasn't flexed. There isn't any touch of patina on this. This one I've used a lot already. You can see the creases, you can see the scratches, you can see the fraying where I do and undo the buckles. I love them both. I can't choose one over the other. It's horses for courses. I hope you agree. Go take a look at Dale's Leatherworks. I've put a link to his website down below. I've put a link to Woottens down below as well. Neither of them are affiliates, so I have no dog in the fight whether you like them or not. I like them. I think go and take a look at their websites and you can see the different styles that they've put on their websites. You know, the sort of finesse style versus the rugged get out there style. So if you like this video, I'll ask you to click on like, and if you're not subscribed, think of subscribing. I have a lot more videos like this. 90% of them are boot reviews, but from time to time I'll do gear reviews that are allied to the kind of boots I like to wear. So like, subscribe, come back next week, boot review. I'll see you then. Take care.